joined by a special guest from You Brothers Sisters Network. We got J6man, as if Terrance Howard was saying it, 6man.
6man. I don't know about you brothers, but I.
To Coffee and Beats. I'm your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent, and I'm back with another episode, and I'm joined by a special guest from You Brothers Sisters Network. We got J6man.
6man. What's happening, my brother? How you doing?
Good, dude. That's a good impression. This is where we going with this show. This is where we going. Hey, thank you for joining me on this episode. For those who are following the channel, hey, share this video with your loved ones. For those who are first timers, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Instagram. All that stuff will be in the description below. All right, so we got all that stuff out the way. I accidentally left my coffee at the Keurig. But it's okay. I'll save it for field service. I'm going out later.
All right. Okay.
But it's all good, man. Thanks for joining me. Today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the new Masego album, or Masego, or Masego, or however you want to say his name. But we're going to put some respect on it here. Swego. Swego with his second sophomore album. And man, dude, before I get into this review, just a little history on Masego. He's a Jamaican American born musician and singer known to incorporate the saxophone, all my Simpsons fans out there, into his music. And he dropped an EP back in 2016 by the name of Pink Polo. Don't get me started on that project.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And then he also came out with another EP called Loose Thoughts, which was definitely a dope one. But he set the world on fire with his debut album, Lady, where he got a couple of Grammy nominations for. And also
Grammys. Okay. Yes.
Grammys. And also, I'd be remiss if I missed mentioning this track, S.A.W, the collaboration he did with the French boy Kiwi Juice, aka FKJ.
If you don't mind. FKJ. If you don't mind. Hey. Just had to lubricate the old vocal cords for a second. Give you a little bit. Oh man, that's a great album.
That's a great album, man. That was a great collabo too. But now, enough with the past. We are here. Before we get into how we feel about this new project, just wanted to ask you, Jay, how did you originally get introduced to Masego?
So it was a song that I heard on, I think it was on Instagram. I think it's called Now. I heard it and I was, this is nice. I like this. And I was just trying to figure out who the artist was. And I didn't know it was him, Masego. So I'm like, okay. So then I started digging into a little bit of his discography. And, some of his tracks, Drake Drake used some of his stuff. And, he had, what was the other song that I liked that he did? I said, okay, this is it right here. I can't remember what the track was. I know he did. He worked with, was it Divine Morrison?
Yes, Divine Morrison. Yeah.
They do a lot of collabs.
He did a collab with that.
Oh man, Yeah, I just love his music. I love his music, and I just gotta say this, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of people saying this, okay? The yams, the yams. Can I get to the yams? Respectively. That
Right.
was by Masego and Morrison. It was not by Fetty Wap. I hate when people say, "Oh, that's Fetty Wap's song."
Man.
No,
Man. Thank you for that clarification. We put some respect on that.
Put some respect on it. Put some respect.
Where's Fetty Wap now?
Well, I guess you think about it like that. I guess he kind of needed that one, but I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, listen, I'm not hating on Fetty Wap. Listen, when that song come on, you can't help but to bounce your shoulders when they come on. And I was bouncing my shoulders that year. Who was that, 2017 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
When it came out. So, hey, no disrespect, but hey, I'm glad you put some respect on that. So, yeah, I was introduced to Masego. I don't know what, I was trying to look for the track, but I can't find it. It was a song called where he's basically just talking through the track, and he's basically, once he gets to the chorus, he just shouts out "Shut up and groove," and he gets into playing the saxophone, and it was a nice track, and I was like, man, I really like this. I played it for Danita, and she loved it, like from jump. So, I was like, oh, I gotta follow this dude. This guy is, I already like the direction he's going. It had kind of like a James Brown type feel to the track.
Yep, that's right.
Where he's talking but singing too, you know what I mean, and getting you into the song. So I really like that about him. And then again, back to the EP, that the Pink Polo EP is one of my favorite EPs from 2016. Like that EP, and then I think 99.9% by K Tronado was like back and forth in my rotation that year. Yeah, like those two albums, those were.
Oh man, remember that song he did? I think he did another song called Navajo.
Navajo. So yes.
That was a good one too, right there. That was the song I was thinking about. That was a good one too.
Yes. Actually, "Shut Up and Groove" is off the Pink Polo EP. Yeah. So that's how I got introduced, and then I went back. He had a Donata, like it was a small little song, but I really love that song too. But yeah, dude is a beast.
Yes.
Masego is a beast. All right. This is. If you haven't been listening to this guy, please catch up, go back, listen to it. I also love the collab he did with Alex Isley.
Oh yeah,
and that was really good. So yeah, go back and backtrack. But we're gonna get into this album because I got field service in another hour. So I gotta finish. We can ramble on and on about this guy, but we gotta get to the task at hand. So I just wanted to get your initial thoughts, first listen experience. How was it with this particular project for you?
I'm gonna be honest. The first time I heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is good." I kind of was expecting a little bit, more of like energy in a sense, just like to just kind of captivate me, like bam. But the first time I heard it, I said, "Okay, this is good." It's not what I was expecting, but literally the second time I heard it, I said, "Oh yeah, this is it. This album is good." I had to really listen to it, because like a cold listen, I was just kind of like, okay, it's cool. I like like some of the songs, but the second time I really had to pay attention, and I'm like, okay, he got this one. This is good.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Kalela's album. I did a review on the first episode of Coffee and Beats. Hit the whatever description down below. Get that episode. But go watch that. But originally it felt that way about her album when I first listened. Then it grew on me. This one, mine was kind of similar to yours. Like he kicked it off really nice with Black Anime. Like first track, Black Anime, he killed the cha-cha slide in the chorus. He's just basically talking about dancing with chicks to the cha-cha slide. Like, who thinks of it? It's so simple, but you know, it's genius. And the beat switch ups, the beat transitions, and that song was amazing. I was like, man, this man got me in store for something good. And then kept listening to the rest of the songs, and I was like, okay, all right, not bad, you know. And then I started merging on to something else. It wasn't until later on in the weekend when I sat down with it, and just like you, I was like, okay, I see what this guy's doing.
Yeah,
I see what he's doing. I think this is him trying to get the fans, the listeners, to get to know him as a person, because Lady Lady was more of a serenade to women. You know, that first album was all about him making the music for the women, right? And you know, he gave the guys the beats, right? He gave the lyrics to the women, which is what you do in R&B. You know, it's the perfect mix, right? But with this one, he's getting a little bit more personal. He's talking about the struggles of how he got to where he is right now. So that's where I was like, okay, I kind of see where he's going with this.
In style, kind of touched on what you just mentioned about him talking about his struggles, because he was just, you know, how in that song he was just talking about how, oh, you know, they say I'm whack, or they say I don't have any swag, and he was going into this. I'm like, okay, I see you.
They even said he said he couldn't sing, right?
Yeah.
He just wanted to be behind the sax.
Yeah. So I like in that song, I'm like, okay, yeah. I was so glad that I listened to it with a more, you know, precise ear, especially to that song. 'Cause I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good, because he's really getting into who he is, and you know, I guess, you know, in a way, kind of touching on where, you know, how he had to kind of push past all of that negative, you know, that negativity to kind of continue to make music the way he wanted to, not what they told him how to make. You know what I mean? So just to touch on what you had just said, yeah.
I was able to forgive it a little bit more because it's not as upbeat as his previous efforts. This one is a little bit more smooth, just even keel. He didn't take a lot of risk on this album, right. But then that could be a good thing. Sometimes you might take a risk a little bit too fast. And I think he's one of those artists that I think can take a risk and actually succeed at doing it, because I kind of put him in that Solange category, that Andre 3000 category of alternative style R&B, but with a twist. He calls his music more trap R&B, right? So, you know, with some jazz, like he said, he called it jazz trap music, right? So, you know, I see where he's going with that. He's trying to keep those elements of jazz within his record. You know, the only thing about jazz is sometimes it can kind of tone you down a little bit, as you know, when you're trying to infuse so many genres, but then your heart and soul is jazz, and you can tell that with this project. He's every project he's almost got a sax solo, you know, painted in the middle of some of the tracks. Even on some of the tracks, the saxophone solo is the chorus, you know. So I think I agree with you 100%. It don't have that right away connection, but as you continue to listen to it, you start to really appreciate it. So I just want to open this up. What are some of your favorite tracks, and what are some of your least favorite tracks?
It's kind of hard. So I think my favorite out of the whole thing is Sax Fifth Ave. I thought that was like, okay, I like this one. Sax Fifth Ave was groovy. I like that one. You know, he's a little materialistic, just a little bit. You know, just a little bit, you know, the money, that's where it's at. Yeah, I don't get no love. The love is good, but it don't pay me, you know. So I like that one. That one was really good. And then, of course, Black Anime, you know, I like that one too. It was just you know, to the right. Take it back now, y'all. It was just good. It was just.
He killed that.
Yeah, it was just a good time, man. So those are like my two favorite ones, and I guess my least favorite one. It's hard to say because I like them. I like them all. All right, okay. So maybe "Afraid of Water" is my least favorite. That one kind
I was
of.
about to say that one.
Like,
My baby, shut up.
Yeah.
She's afraid of water. What is that?
I don't know, brother. Was that the
Oh
one
my
where he
God.
was just like? Was that the one where he was like, "Baby, I just want to say, I just want to say."
Yeah, I was like the headphones, Jeff. I was like,
Like,
take
what?
these headphones off, man.
Like, yeah, it could have did without that one, maybe, you know. But
Yeah,
I mean, it still was a decent song. It wasn't terrible, but it was just like, if I had to
it
pick,
was
that's
laughable.
Yeah, that's what it was. I just want to
I got a little chuckle out of that one. I can't see myself. That's not a bump in the whip type, like, it's not a bump in the whip song, man. I can't drive close to the bus stops with people standing there with the windows down on that one, man.
Maybe not that one.
No,
Maybe not that one. I just want to say, maybe.
Oh.
That one sent me like, what are you talking about?
What is he talking about? Like, what? My baby, shut up.
Yeah.
What?
I guess you had to be there, I guess.
What you I don't know, man. You were trying to treat you like holding her hand, and she's just like, no. You know how they be in the water. Baby, just stand up.
Just
stand up.
Oh. Okay, you got it. You got it. Sax, Fifth Avenue, my favorite black anime. My second, and then the least is Afraid of Water. Yeah. But what about you, man?
Yeah, mine's of course is Afraid of Water. I'm gonna get the bad stuff out the way. Afraid of Water, I wasn't really feeling. I'm gonna have to go with Two Sides. So Gemini. That one, the track was kind of bland and boring.
Yeah,
I just couldn't really get into that one. I would have to throw Who Cares Anyway in there. Didn't really care for that one. That one could have been left out of the cutting room floor. It could have been kept in the cutting room floor. But other than that, that's just three tracks that, here's the thing, and don't get me wrong, people, listeners, this is not a diss. This album is really good. It's just that we're picking the least favorite. It doesn't mean they're bad tracks. You might like them more than us, but it just didn't hit us with. It just didn't hit us. So I'm gonna go. As far as my favorite, I'm with you on Black Anime. I'm with you on Sax Fifth Avenue. That beat, man, sick. Down in the dumps. The bass line.
Oh yes. That's so true.
And he was kind of spitting on that song too, man.
Bro, I don't want to take you off your kilter, but remember Sundays? He had a bar in there that I was like, oh, wow. He said, well, he said, life gives me lemons, lemony snicket. I said, I got that one.
That's good.
Life gives me lemons, lemony snicket, because like unfortunate events, like
yeah, that's sick. That was a sick line. Another one that I like is what was the other one? Oh, I like this. I gotta sing this one. I love the transition.
Yeah. We talking about his ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah, he's talking about his ex-girlfriend. You never
I guess he's not over that one.
He's like, I got a song that's dedicated to my ex over there at table. Oh, that table. Yeah. I was cracking up. Listening to that song. I was like, no, this fool didn't just make a song, sing it to his ex in a restaurant in front of people. He's talking about some.
Boy, we not together. Why you get over it? Oh man, yeah, that was a good one. I like that one too. I forgot about that one. Yeah,
those are like my most highlighted favorite tracks off the album. I'll get into the rest as we close it, but we're going to go to the next question. Top 5 tracks. What are your top 5?
Okay, so top 5 in this order. So number 1 is Sax with Them, of course. Number 2, Black Anime. Number 3, I gotta put Remembrance Sundays. Number 4, let me see. It's a toss up between In Style and You Never Visit Me. So those two are interchangeable. So those are my top 5 right there. So
okay. I like that. My top 5 is Black Anime, What You Want to Try, Down in the Dumps, Bye Bye My Love, and You Never Visit Me. So yeah, man, it was a toss up again. I wanted to put Sax. I put Sax Fifth Avenue as a honorable mention for me.
Okay,
but yeah, I I got it. It was a juggle between that song and You Never Visit Me, but I went with You Never Visit Me because it just had me cracking up, man. I just had to go.
That was a good one. That's a good track right there.
Yeah. All right. So, final thoughts, closing thoughts on this, and then we'll give our rating. For myself, I really appreciated this project by Masego. All in all jokes aside, but we had a lot of fun reviewing this one. I really enjoyed this one. You know, again, it's got a couple of skips on here. It's not a, bona fide classic. It's not better than Lady Lady. I'll say that much. You'll be hard pressed to find something in this catalog that's gonna jump out as a number one hit, or if you're a hit seeker when it comes to albums, or if you're just a song person, don't look for something that's top 40 on this project. You're not gonna get that. But what you will get is quality production. You're gonna get, actually, I thought Masego vocally sounds better on this album than he did Lady Lady. Lady Lady was a more fun album, but this album, I think he's a little bit better vocally, aside from Afraid of Water. Aside from Afraid of Water, kind of missed the mark on that track. But other than that, I thought he vocally performed very well. His sax, the saxophone playing throughout. Again, he's a beast. He's a beast when it comes to that. He's just a beast when it comes to his own production, period. He's just very, very solid musician. I think it's time for the music industry to give this man his flowers. He's been around for quite some time now, and I hope this album gets the flowers that it truly deserves, just like Lady Lady. He's continuing to, here he is, he's 2 for 2. He hasn't given us anything whack. And so that's what I love about this project. I think, it's been a joy listening to this. And I think a lot of these songs are going to stay in rotation as the year goes along. And so those are just my final overall thoughts. Rating wise, I give this one an 8.5 out of 10.
Ooh, 8.5. Oh, stiff. Oh, tough crowd. Yeah. Oh, no. Nah, I think I agree too. I think I agree because overall, I thought it was a good listen. It's a good time. It is a good time, and it's like you said, there's some skippable songs, but the overall feel of it was pretty. Just it's an upbeat album in the sense that that's the feel that you get. Is it the same as S.A.W. and like yams and Navajo? Not really, but it's still pretty. It's still Masego. He's still, quality music. I enjoyed it. It was a blast. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I would probably give it the same thing, 8.5 out of 10.
For sure. It's not a, and it's definitely it's a great listen. People out there, you're gonna enjoy listening to this album. Yeah, Masego is that dude. He's just that dude. Bottom line, and it was nice. Did you even get any promotion for this album? It just dropped.
No, yeah, he just dropped it. Like maybe on Instagram a little bit, but that was about it. Like nothing. It was just.
Yeah, he didn't really promote this one.
Nah, because I think is he independent? He's independent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's independent.
But yeah.
If you're listening, Masego, I will say this: don't be afraid to take chances. Because you can. You're that type of artist that can take a chance and get away with it. That's what I feel.
He didn't get away with Fred Water. I'm gonna let you know right now. He took a chance. Nah.
Well, you learn from your mistakes, right? Yeah, you learn from your mistakes, man. But there you have it. 8.5 for both of us. J6man, I appreciate you hopping on and getting this real quick before we go. I like to do this with, actually, you're my first guest appearance on Coffee and Beats, so shout out to that.
Thank you, bro.
Most definitely. Actually, live appearance. I did have others appear for audio reviews, but not for a live review. So you're my first live review. So what I like to do with people that I have on the show is you gotta hit any like sleeper albums that you want to put the listeners up on that they've been sleeping on and to check out.
Okay. There's a couple. For you Ninth Wonder fans, they got the new Zion just dropped, which was really good. That's a good album. It's this artist named Mind Design. It's spelled MNDSGN.
He should be information.
Yeah. That one is like that's a groovy album, and he just dropped a song called Slow Dance. Oh man, I'm telling you, that's gonna be like if it's not like a workout song, but it's like a good meditation song, and it's just like he's a really good artist. Mind Design. It's like it's MNDSGN. It's just a weird name, the weird way he spelled it, but it's an excellent album.
Oh, Mind Design. Oh yeah. He just came out with an album a few years back, right?
Yes.
He's got a new one out, or is this the old one?
I don't know.
With 3 hands.
Was it that one? I can't remember. The newer one is like I can't remember the name of it, but
it's just him sitting down and it's like colorful background or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But that album, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, you gotta check that out. And it's this guy named Don Tolliver. He just came out with a new album. His music is quality. Just you gotta be careful with some of the songs, but that's
for TV.
But yeah, his new album is pretty good. It's just there's some songs that you could do without, but there's some decent songs on there.
He got some I'm telling mama songs.
Yeah. But hey man, thank you for having me, bro. This is so exciting for me, bro. Like really. Like I'm so I was excited when you invited me. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this, so but yeah, man, thank you for having me,
I know you into the music game like me, so I know music heads when I talk to them. So you and Ashley are definitely music heads. Yeah, I know you're a Masego fan, so I had to get you on so we could talk about it. Definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming on, And again, for all those listeners out there, go enjoy that new Masego album. And again, when it comes to coffee, when it comes to music, stay grounded for life. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, go check out this side. I think this side. I don't know. Go check out Y.B.S.N. They just dropped a new episode with soft sounds. Check that out. Links will be down in the description box below. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Watch your operator. Just leap back and regain the care. See?